I feel like my disagreement with you, not on the X-Men thing, obviously that's literally what Apocalypse is. He used celestial technology. But on the show,
Yeah.
he could be a curse.
Oh, it's
The
true.
tech person, because you got Curse of Humanity, Curse of Nature, Curse of Volcanoes, I guess. Why not technology? Hey everybody, welcome back to another Stone Face Reactions. I'm Theta, this is Justin, and we're here with another episode of Jujutsu Kaisen. I believe Hidden Inventory 3? In an
Yes.
unknown series of hidden inventories.
The pocket keeps on going deeper.
Also, I mean, it technically doesn't even define itself yet. Why hidden inventory? What in the last 2 episodes makes you think that this series of events
I think they're talking about the girl.
That she is a hidden inventory?
Correct.
That is a very misogynist way to refer to a woman.
Well, no, because I think it's more about not about the gender, about the fact that she's the person hidden away.
But then that also implies that she is herself an inventory.
Yes, because she is a tool to
she's a tool. Is that what you're saying? With your patriarchal society, men's leaning, women are just tools to you.
No,
is that what the perfect man should say?
She is a tool, not women are a tool.
Oh, it just happens to be that she is a woman. You're separating her from her own gender identity. Is that what you're up to?
Did you ask her if she was a woman?
Did you?
See what I'm saying?
She attends an all-female school. What are you assuming?
So are you assuming that everybody who has ever attended that school identifies as a female?
Depends on what your definitions of attending. The Bill Clinton defense is what we call that. Depends on what your definition of it is. Or so no, sorry, his was depends on your definition of what is.
I forgot about that. Yeah.
But no, seriously. Yeah. I don't know. I would disagree on the statement only because inventory, like what the fuck does inventory mean in this sense? I disagree that even if she was a tool, as I don't know if you were joking or not on that one, but even if she was a tool is not an inventory. A tool would go into an inventory.
Yes.
Like Tower of God, not a manhwa or a show that I've expected you to see. They actually have a thing in that called the hidden inventory, which is where you store all your weapons. It's like an invisible weapons rack that's always around you, so that you can make it visible, pull a weapon out if you need it, and it'll vanish again.
Got it.
Versus what in here? Like, it would be different if she had like a special slew of abilities that we may have seen, but she doesn't seem to have any power of her own either. Because then she could be a hidden inventory of powers, but she's not.
I think the hidden inventory is more pertaining to this process in general, and that there's always once every set amount of time someone who's groomed to be in this position.
I feel like my problem with every answer you've given is they all feel like a stretch. Like, I'm really going to have to reach to make this definition work.
Right.
No, I'm saying that's what I feel like is coming from you.
Yeah.
Come on, perfect man. Give me an answer.
Sometimes silence is the answer. You know what I'm saying?
I'm sorry. I wasn't aware that you were a Telltale game.
Hey, sometimes I am.
Oh, I'm glad you at least got that reference, because if you never played a Telltale game, then I would just have fallen. That would have fallen flat.
I will remember that.
Okay, now I know you've played a Telltale game.
Mm-hmm.
All right. Well, I guess if there's nothing else,
we could do an episode. We could do a recap.
Oh, we probably could. We probably could go through our normal stuff that I just completely forgot about. So I'm a bad host. All right, go ahead and give us the recap.
Okay. Yeah, so we continued on this journey where we ended up seeing the school that our inventory
Of
goes
what,
to.
kids?
It's yep. Where Gojo showed up when things started to get a little bit hairy because she was clearly being pursued. And it turned into a whole thing with fights. They were all super interested in Gojo, as is everybody. And it fight with a man who can clone himself and has a bag on his head, as you do.
Paper
And it
bagging it.
ended it's true. And it ended with the character who is basically dressed as a maid, but the only acting quote unquote family that she has left being captured and tied up. Also, hallway fight with Ghetto.
Yeah, 2G names. Yeah,
That's it.
50-year-old dead dog.
Yeah, that was a ballsy move. I like that one.
Well, I think it was just a joke. I'm not actually seeing my dead dog. I'm having my entire life flash before my eyes because I'm getting my ass kicked by Ghetto.
Either way, it was a cool visual.
I don't know. Well, I mean, anything else you want to bring up from the episode or discuss ahead of time?
No, not particularly.
I feel like this is the difference between us when it comes to. I don't know. I was never this way about this show, but you know how like I do Theta's thoughts for every other show?
Yeah.
Is that I want to make sure that everybody fucking knows what I'm thinking before going in, because I don't want anyone to be like, this fucking idiot didn't figure out that this meant this. It's like, I spent too much time in the comments.
Oh, here's the difference. Come at me in the comments. I'm fine with it.
Oh, okay. I'll start reading those comments then. Literally, while we were recording, we got another comment about why are they laughing when Frost's family is dying? So, people are angry.
That one, no. That one, I will fully admit. The way it turned out was not great.
I'm getting that comment in multiple languages too, by the way.
Hey, at
All
least
right.
it's consistent.
Yeah. All right. Well, let's go ahead and hop on in then and see what happens in Hidden Inventory 3.
Let's do it.
But before we get started,
Make sure that you hit the like button.
hit that subscribe button.
Comment down below to feed that algorithm.
On top of all that, if you want to watch more shows like this, unfiltered,
Uncensored.
And uncut.
as well as some early access stuff,
You can check it out over on the Patreon.
it's just $5 a month. But hey, no pressure.
There's zero pressure in order to do that. It's just a little bit of extra support, and it would be greatly appreciated.
Kind of funny that I brought up Tower of God. Here's my favorite character's nickname in that show is Submerged Fish.
黒いからじゃ。
Okay.
どうしよう。黒いが。
So we start on the impactful
万が
moment.
一ということがあります。ゲトウ様の方が早い。先にお嬢様のところへ。
Okay, so he left her.
すまない。私のミスだ。そうか。ミスってほどのミスでもねえだろう。敵側にとっての黒井さんの価値を見誤っていた。相手は次、人質交換的な出方で来るだろう。天内と黒井さんのトレードとか、天内を殺さないと黒井さんを殺すとか。でも交渉の主導権は天内のいるこっち。
Yeah, but you can't threaten to kill the least valuable person if you don't kill the most valuable person. That's not how the exchange rate works.
取引にはわらわも行くぞ。まだお前らは信用できん。
ああ、このガキこの後に及んでまだ。
助けられたとしても。
That's not the best move.
するまでに黒井が帰ってこなかったら。まだ。別れも言ってないのに。
Also
I
remember
wouldn't be
that
surprised.
Tengen sent the message to accommodate whatever she wants.
そのうち拉致犯から連絡が来る。もしあっちの
Which
頭が
is
予想より
puts them
回って
in a rough spot.
天内を連れて行くことで黒井さん
Or
の
not
生
accommodate
存
whatever
率
she
が
wants.
下がる
Let her
よ
live her life out at the very end.
Yeah.
Something like that.
やっぱお前は置いていく。
分かった。それでいい。
See, everyone's got fucking blue
逆
eyes.
に言えば途中で
But
ビビって帰りたくなって
Gojos are
仕方
like
するからな
they're a different type of
覚
blue.
悟しとけ。
No, actually, they look normal. The effect we're getting there is because we're seeing them through the sunglasses.
Well, they also look a little more normal here than in the future, anyways, because in the future they're all crystal.
Well, that's what I'm trying to imply. Is that every time we see them taking sunglasses off here, they look normal. Just normal blue.
They're
I
still
know.
like a crazy shade of light blue.
They're still a normal human shade of light blue, though.
That I'll agree with. Just not a common human shade.
Now, my problem here is that when the episode started, I can't remember if I'm remembering what happens or if I'm remembering what I thought was going to happen the first time I saw it. Because I remember having or even if it's just the discussion I had with Griffin at the end of last episode. Because I remember having a discussion about the possibility of could somebody have a cursed power to hack technology?
That's a good question.
Well, like they were talking about doing a body double thing, the show.
Yeah.
It's like, what if you could just create the image of her being tied up and not actually have her?
I think it would be possible. However, I think that
You know, the power of cursed Photoshop.
yes, and I think that ability could only fall to either like pro tag or villain of the week.
Well, this isn't a villain of the week kind of show.
That's what I mean.
まさか万世教信者非術師にやられるとは自分が情けない。
不意打ちなら仕方ないですよ。私の責任でもある。
不意打ちだったんですかね。Q の一件で気をつけてたつもりだったんですけど。
Alright, well that answers that. It was clearly a conversation I had and not actually what happened. My theory about tech stuff.
大丈夫だったんですか？襲撃とか。
サトルは目がいい。あいつが離陸前に
Because the idea of the technology thing to me feels like a two-part villain in like X-Men the animated series.
I feel like my disagreement with you, not on the X-Men thing, obviously that's literally what Apocalypse is. He used celestial technology. But on the show,
Yeah.
he could be a curse. The
it's true.
tech person, because you know, you got Curse of Humanity, Curse of Nature, Curse of Volcanoes, I guess. Why not technology?
でも大丈夫。ここに来たのは私たちだけじゃない。どう考えても
That's why I see that more as like a pro tag ability, because the curse of technology would be a fun thing to bounce off of traditional users.
僕たちが頑張らないわけにはいかないよ。台風が来て空港が閉鎖されたら頑張り損でしょ。
Sea sponge?
Yep.
言い出したのはサト
Or
ル
sea
です
slug? I don't know.
あいつなりにリコちゃんのことを考えてのことでしょう。でもそろそろ。サトル、時間だよ。あ、もうそんな時間か。すぐる、戻るのは明日の朝にしよう。 だが天気も安定してんだろう。それに東京より沖縄の方が受損地の数は少ない。もう少し真面目に話してサトル。フライト中に天内の賞金期限が切れた方がいいっしょ。
Okay.
サトル、昨日から術式を
Oh,
解いてる。
yeah. Curse fighting mid-flight would be
今晩
rough.
つもりないだろう。本当に高専に戻らなくて大丈夫か。問題ねえよ。桃鉄99年やった時の方がしんどかったわ。
Don't know that
それに
game.
お前もいる。
ななみ、滞在1日に伸ばすって何かあったのかな。
They've used a lot of piano music so far this season.
I mean, it fits the aesthetic.
True.
Because, I mean, save her or not, or keep her safe or not, we are literally still watching her final days. Her entire
Indeed.
thing was Tengen was going to become me, or I'm going to become Tengen.
Mm-hmm.
And you guys just think I'm going to die. But she has no proof of that either.
True. Well, I don't think anyone has really any proof of who is where in that process.
Well, I mean, assumably Tengen does, but...
Of course.
The idea is still that they're trying to let her enjoy her final days on Earth, as it were.
Also, beautiful aquarium.
I mean, even if she is right, it still means that she's not going to be able to leave Jujutsu High for 500 years. At which
Mhm.
point, she'll just die. Or, I mean, as a process of being
みん
replaced.
なお疲れ様。
Unless that's a standard sort of aquarium space design, I might know where that is.
ですね。
サトル、本当にお疲れ。二度とごめんだ、ガキのおもりは。
あ
バカな。
Just straight up stabbed.
光線結界の内側だぞ。あんた、どっかで会ったか。気にすんな、俺も苦手だ。男の名前覚えんのは。
So yeah, never seen him get stabbed before.
五条家に生まれた
No.
陸のガキを面白半分で見に行ったことがある。後にも先にも背後に立った俺が蹴取られたのはこの時だけだった。だから削った。
Okay.
お前が鈍るまで。
So he wouldn't notice me standing behind him.
Mm-hmm. That's not gonna take out this guy.
問題ない。術式は間に合わなかったけど、内臓は避けたし、その後呪力で強化して刃をどこにも引かせなかった。
Don't worry, he stabbed me in the chest in that one spot that won't hurt you.
安全ピン通したみたいなもんだよ。マジで問題ない。それより、天内優先。あいつの相手は俺がする。 スグルたちは先に天元様のところへ行ってくれ。サトル。
Yeah.
油断するなよ。行きましょう。
誰に言ってんだよ。さっき俺を刺した刀とは違う。呪霊もどっから湧いたんだ。得体が知れねえな、くそ。
聖正体がいねえな。できればお前はさっきので仕留めたかったんだが、なまったかな。
To be fair, I think you're safe to have assumed King stabbing him through the back would have killed him.
お前みたいに隙がないやつには
Yeah. I think it's a pretty smart. No, actually, no, it's not. I understand it, but
懸賞金の時間制限がなければお前は最後まで術式解かなかったと思うぜ。あっそう。
all right. Let's see if he can. Let's see how much of a fight he puts up.
早いだけじゃない。こいつ何かおかしいと思ったら重力が全くない。天与呪縛のフィジカルギフテッド。
Kind of like all the others it needs.
Indeed. Still can't get close after the first hit.
What are you talking about? The dude's been planning for 2 days straight.
Oh, and he's doing a better job than really anybody else has. Jeez.
See, he did like the reverse of what I would have done. I would have done red, which pushes everything away. Just push everything away in the same distance. He did a weird holding everything in and then throwing it.
Smart tactics.
手ぶらの俺も気取る勘の良さ。このジグから滲み出る異質な呪力を陸眼のお前が見落とすわけがねえ。だがようやく術式頼りの守りに回ったな。
Okay.
Just in case you thought the first one wasn't bad enough.
Gotta kind of, hey, you gotta double tap it. Am I right?
特級呪具天の逆鉾。その効果発動中の術式強制解除。少し勘が戻ったかな。
So in the movie, we saw Geto die, and then he comes back in season 1.
Yeah.
And now Gojo's dead, and he's back in the movie.
Mm-hmm.
But obviously this happens before the movie, so...
Yeah.
リコ様、私はここまでです。リコ様、どうかどうか。
黒い、大好きだよ。ずっと、これからもずっと。
Hell yeah.
私も大好きです。ここが。
Alright.
天元様の膝元。国内主要結界の規定、厚生宮本殿。階段を降りたら門をくぐってあの大樹の根元まで行くんだ。そこは光線を囲う結界とは別の特別な結界の内側。招かれた者しか入ることはできない。廊下まで天元様が守ってくれる。それか引き返して黒井さんと一緒に家に帰ろう。
We could just not do it.
担任からこの任務の話を聞かされたとき、あの人は
Oh,
動画を
you
抹消と言った。
you son of
そ
a
れだけ
bitch.
罪の意識を持て
Yeah,
と
I
いう
get it.
You son of a bitch, he's being a human being.
よく
Yeah, don't do that.
君と会う前にサトルとの話し合いは済んでる。
星漿体のガキが同化を拒んだとき、そん時は同化なし。
いいのかい？
あ？
天元様と戦うことになるかもしれないよ。
ビビってんの？大丈夫。
See, it's not just a ghetto thing. They both were like,
私たちは
she didn't want to do it. She didn't have to do it.
リコちゃんがどんな選択をしようと、君の未来は私たちが保証する。
私は生まれた時から特別で、みんなとは違うって言われ続けて、
My mom said I was special.
私にとっては特別が普通で、危ないことはなるべく避けてこの日のために生きてきた。お母さんとお父さんがいなくなった時のことは覚えてないの。もう悲しくも寂しくもない。だからどうかでみんなと離れ離れになっても大丈夫って思ってた。どんなに辛くたっていつか悲しくも寂しくもなくなるって。でもやっぱりもっとみんなと一緒にいたい。もっとみんなといろんなところに行っていろんなものを見て、もっと
帰ろう、リコちゃん。
Unexpected, but I like it.
I mean, obviously, I knew it was coming. That's why I wasn't saying anything.
はい、お疲れ。解散、解散。
I mean, again, you just don't fucking expect it. The power of gun.
True.
なんでお前が
He is such a fucking Zanin, right? Pulls a gun.
なんでって。ああ、そういう意味ね。五条悟は俺が殺した。
Sorry, I want to know more about Trenchcoat Curse.
Yeah.
I mean, it was extremely sad. It's like, obviously, the young girl finally gets to experience her life, doesn't want to die, wants to spend more time with her friends, and obviously the only person she considers family is about to make that one step into not becoming assimilated. Then it gets fucking shot in the fucking head out of nowhere. I mean, obviously, because you would think, oh, he just killed Gojo and he's got the goal to kill her. But I think the show lures you in with the emotional, and I've never really spent my life doing this stuff, and I'm not really sad about my parents' death anymore, but I want to live. Bam!
It's why I like the fact that they did it.
Yeah, because if you thought something negative was going to happen, you'd think, oh, they wouldn't invest in the music for this swell of, emotion that they're trying to build up to. But I guess that's the whole point of the unexpectedness of it.
Correct. Well, they built up to ideal to do a mic drop.
On top of the mic drop of, they just killed Gojo?
Exactly. And in a moment where you wouldn't expect a mic drop because you just got one, that's just smart.
何かを始めるのに遅すぎることはないと言うけれど、いつも問題なのは始め時よりやめ時だよね。次回開玉しお楽しみにとは言えないぜ。
That's right, we're not done with hidden inventory.
The pocket just goes deeper.
No, that's Bag and Sag and Berry. I don't know if that's even a reference anybody will get anymore. Bag and Sag and Berry was a character from All That who had everything he would ever want in his pants.
Got it. That episode was very, very good. Also, the fact that Gojo's died. I like it.
Of course you do. Because you didn't like that he was overpowered to begin with.
Exactly.
Well, again, this guy planned for 48 hours to wear Gojo down, so Gojo's been, at 100% for 48 hours. And then they leaked the time to him that the job would be over. So the moment the job is over, dude stabs him in the back. So it's when he puts his guard down again. No one's gonna try and attack her now. The time's up.
Yes, but the reason, the more impressive reason why I like it more is it sets up the way that Gojo gets dealt with it in the future if he does.
It's the weirdness of Jujutsu Kaisen. The fact that we just saw Gojo die is going to inform us about how we can kill Gojo.
Exactly.
It's like, what? I don't want to play this game anymore. I just want to kill somebody and they'll be dead. Not unexpectedly. Imagine if you did that. Do that in your D&D games next time. Just the party kills a guy, and then no explanation, he just shows up again. It's like, did you forget that we killed him? Are you making a mistake here? We did kill him, right? That was in a different game.
Oh, I've absolutely done that.
I never do. I never have a bad guy survive first contact with the enemies.
No, at one point I had a bad guy who was based around the idea of cats having 9 lives. But what it was whenever he died, a certain amount of time would pass, and one of the people directly in his bloodline would die, and he would come back up.
Sure, a Dorian Gray bloodline.
Yeah.
Or Straw Man from One Piece. His whole crew is kind of that. In One Piece, he's he's basically got a power like a straw man, or a voodoo doll. So if you kill him, somebody else dies in his place and tends to be like a member of his crew. But or in the ultimate scenario, you like he'll voodoo doll you. So if you attack him, you get hurt. Or worst case scenario, he'll like take a bunch of hostages that you care about. So if you try to attack him, you're only going to hurt them.
Mhm.
He's like my favorite power guy for that because it's like that's just. On top of that, he's also a divination guy, so he like reads cards. Like I have a 1% chance of getting out of this alive.
Okay.
But yeah, no. I mean, I don't have a lot of D&D stories like that. I think Ironclaw, my best one was I took a nun, the characters, or nun type character that the characters cared about, hostage. And I wanted this guy to survive. So I was like, okay, I'm gonna make him try and only survive one round with the bad guy, with the good guys, and then he's gonna try and make a run for it. Like I just wanted him to run away after one round of combat. He died in the first round of combat. They didn't care that he was holding a hostage. They crossed an entire room in one turn and killed him. It was like, okay, I can't have fun things.
That'll do it. No, so the full scope of how I had it play out was this guy once killed, you had 1 week to figure out which member of his bloodline, of like his, of which one of his descendants was the one that was marked as the target of the resurrection. And if you then killed them, he wouldn't come back.
Sorry, I'm already thinking how I would ruin that game. I'll just introduce the concept of morality. Is this guy guilty for the crimes of his bloodline? I'll just start fucking talking. Well, we could have ended this in like a minute and a half, but we've been talking for 4 hours.
Yep. And that was the entire point of it, because it comes down to this guy's a problem. However, are you the one who's willing to who's willing to take out this person who might be innocent?
Well, of course, the other side of that coin is, yes, bam. All right, that was 1 minute. What's the rest of the session?
True.
Or as the Brendan Lee Mulligan joke sketch, the problematic D&D player. Well, whatever that was, let's get on now.
Indeed. That was a fun episode. I liked the ending. I liked the fact that Gojo died. And I liked that. I think we might now see where Geto gets that scar.
No? Remember, Geto's in the movie, and the movie takes place after this, and Geto doesn't have a scar in the movie.
Yeah. It would have been a cool setup for it.
Well, I mean, time doesn't work that way.
Don't tell me how time works.
I'm telling you how time works. I feel like this is also the second time in a row that we've had this "don't tell me how time works" conversation.
It's true, which is why I said it.
It'd just be insane that if Geto gets a scar here, doesn't have it in the movie, then has it in the show.
That absolutely would be insane.
All right. Any final thoughts?
I hope that I hope this Fushiguro guy lives, and we see him in current day.
Yeah, although it'd be weird why. Well, I guess he could have been doing a thing, same as Yuta, right? Yuta in the opening of the show isn't in the whole first season, and then he's in the movie, so I guess could be doing something somewhere else.
Exactly.
All right. Well, that's been Hidden Inventory 3. I have been Theta. This has been Justin. We have been Stoneface Reactions, and we will catch you next time. Bye-bye.
Bye.
Hey everybody, thanks for watching another Stoneface Reactions. If you have an idea of another video we could go ahead and watch, go ahead and put it in the comments down below and we'll add it to the wheel. Be sure to like, comment, and subscribe, and let us know what you thought about this video and what parts you liked. And until then, we'll see you next time. Is this too goofy?